Hi, I'm the Ventura, 3 times Calypso Monarch, OECS Calypso King of Dominica, and I listen to G.B.T.V every Saturday, CultureShare on channel 44 and 54 on social media.
To caution me first, telling me to drive carefully, watch the speed limit, this is my breadfruit tree, so please take care of it. When you see the reckless riders going down like a fire, yeah. By the waves of my fire, they will be out too long. Move your front, shoot your front, mister, just move.
You know, the Trinidadian might say, I tell Sheila we go down by the savannah. A Grenadian, boy, let me go down the road and make a hang here. A Barbadian, God blimer. I go down by the garrison more. I go get some horse racing more. Boy, you take it easy. I am Harold PYSADEE, and it's great to be on CultureShare again this Saturday. For the next hour, we'll be celebrating some of the best Caribbean and African American performers. Our first stop is St. Vincent and the Grenadines, one of the favorite sons from the islands. He is a former Road March Monarch too. It's the POSA, live at the Tilden Hall in USA, Brooklyn, New York. Here he is.
Road March 1988, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Baby, baby. Baby, baby. Oh, me, me, oh. Baby, you is a joker. You tell me, shut up and that's all. I'm saying no, sir. I'm human after all. You think you got the plaza for each and every soul. You're Vincent and Peter Bota. We can't take anymore. You don't indicate to me. You control the sun. Whatever order you give me, that shall be done. You want to beat me, you want to entreat me. Anything you tell me, I have to agree. You must be think me love me mountain and me mama. You must be think say me love me see too. You want to knock me, you want to flag me, you want to abuse me, you treat and abuse me. You must be think me love me mountain and me mama. You must be think me love me mountain and me mama. Oh yeah. Baby, woman, baby. Westminster in your bosom, confusing your sensibility. Modern colonialism, wavering over we. Equidam is super equipment. We should be punished, I agree. But the vlogging we're going to reason or prepare for mutiny. This gun shall not smite me by day. You can't smite me by night. You alone want all this. run with Teresa. You are a national egg. You want the media. Say Barry, if you say that, you're treating Vincent and people, oh yo, like Pharaoh treat the Israelites. We made a mistake and grumble. You turn off the sunlight. Well, call the country down Baton or Hotel California. We must be foolish and bright. Just let it ever after. Then you go ill. Anything you tell me, oh Lord, you must be thinking of me mountain and me over. You must be standing up in sea too. You want to knock me, block me, ill-treat me, abuse me, knock me, block me, ill-treat me, abuse me. You think me love me mountain and me over.
The poster from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You think me a mouth still in me muma? Them fellas an easy boy. On CultureShare. Now, if you're wondering about footage from Trinidad and Tobago, the carnival footage that is, well, we did get some tapes, but unfortunately the quality has not been of a high standard, so we cannot, show it to you. But in the coming weeks, we do hope that we can really get something so that we can give you some action actually as to what happened down in Trinidad, because we know you'd like to get in on it. But also, it wouldn't be no problem if you could call the Trinidad Consulate to entice them to get in touch with the television station down there, the national television station, so that they can send us some of what they have, so that we can bring some of the action for you. But the guys will be coming up to Brooklyn from this weekend with all of their big hits for Carnival, and the CultureShare would be at all of the shows to ensure we get the footage. So you'll be seeing them doing the latest stuff too. So don't get frightened now, man. We're gonna get you on it, all right? So, oh, come on. No, stop chiding us now, man. We're trying that thing, right? Okay. Our next performer comes from Grenada. He was one of the finalists at the Dimanche Gras Show Carnival 1991. His Calypso is about some people living good, some people living bad, some people doing bad, and some people doing well. Angular.
A historian by name Winston Churchill. Draw my attention to the things that must reveal what makes the topics and lyrics interesting is the things of the world you could see happening. Men and women in high society looking at the problems and plain they don't see. Leaders and rulers in high position turning their back without no solution. The mighties and lads that own this privilege doesn't know a thing of what is advantage. Some people living good, some people doing bad. Some people just hear and see, some brainwash and carried away easy. Some people know what should be, but things in life don't come so easy. Because everywhere you pass, mankind fighting there. And everywhere you go, mankind fighting there. East, west, north and south, mankind fighting is all about. Some fighting for position, to rule the air, the water and land. Some fighting to get power, influencing and creating war. Some fighting for survival, so the fight wouldn't stop at all. Chanting everywhere you pass, mankind fighting, yeah. And anywhere you go, mankind fighting, yeah. It's a worldwide present issue, mankind time getting terrible. Check the time! Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. serpent. From that day Lucifer got into power. Human struggle start from a simple nature. Looking at the crystal ball and what's in the mirror. Violence and crime, struggles of disaster. Some people living good. Some people doing bad. Some people as hear and see. Some brainwash and carried away. Some people know what should be, but things in life don't come so easy. Because everywhere you pass, mankind fighting. And everywhere you go, mankind fighting. East, west, north and south, mankind fighting is all about. Some fighting for position, to rule the air, the water and land. Some fighting to get power, ignorance and creating war. Some fighting for survival, so the fight wouldn't stop at all. Chanting everywhere you pass, mankind fighting. And everywhere you go, mankind fighting. It's a worldwide present issue. Mankind can get it terrible. Check the time. Oh yeah, you are the love for you. It's a fact that technology rise highly. Men are on the moon, we can forget history. As knowledge increases while life progressing. Check the signs of the time and see what's happening. So much drug addicts, alcoholics and bandits. People have to be careful to walk in the street. Dangerous disease deadly to human beings spreading. It's only the hot now to see stop hearing. Some people living good. Some people doing bad. Some people as hear and see. Some brainwash and carried away. Some people know what should be, but things in life you come so easy. Because everywhere you pass, mankind fighting. And everywhere you go, mankind fighting.
Things in life don't come easy. The music of the Tangular, live on CultureShare. We'll be right back with much more action on CultureShare in a moment. Our next performer gave us big hits like Stay Up Zimbabwe. He is a Grenadian, but has spent most of his life in Trinidad and married one of the great netballers in Trinidad, Peggy Castaneda. He is Brother Valentino. Here he is doing one of his big ones, Displaced Nice, with a heavy message. Look.
You talk about a place where the people are carefree living. Hey, it is such a place of fun loving, spreeing and petting. Tis the land where people don't care if Ash Wednesday fall on Good Friday. Man, they love to struggle in this happy go lucky way. It's Blokorama, Petorama, and just now is Masorama. So the foreigner come for carnival, and he tell him himself after he had a ball, Trinidad is nice, Trinidad is a good. Mr. Foreigner, in a Trinity, the people have a carnival mentality. They are not serious, very few conscious, so I cannot agree with my own chorus. Trinidad is nice, Trinidad is nice. But I hear some people talking about a revolution day. Changes on the way. Boom, boom, boom. of living these days is the real thing. Hey, the clothes that they buy, to expensive parties they go in. They would leave their belly and buy clothes to go and waste down their body. Some of them and have place to shelter, but they own big time motor car and wearing expensive clothes and expensive shoes. So how come now they digging blues? Downtown Patrick Street on Friday evening is mass and fashion parade. You see it. That is nice. Let me hear the man. So the big man say, when they come out to play, well it's triple the price they go have to pay. That is nice. That is a paradise. Then the merchants send prices to the moon, and you keep singing a weird tune. That is nice. That is a paradise. But I hear my sister talking about a revolution day, tire on the way. They're born in a land, the parts controlled by the alien. They fill the pockets of Portuguese, Chinese and Syrians. Trinidadians is who should own land. Now is the time to make the land their possession, but their sense of taste could just trace to all them fancy showcase. So the businessman, he blew their mind, and his dollars, them got to find. Trinidad is nice for men like Sabga, Neil and Marcy Maraj, and Whitey Lima. Trinidad is nice. Business expanding, more banks they building, so is the capitalists and them who should sing. Trinidad is nice. Trinidad is nice. And like the slave masters want to bring back the whip, and you singing like you on a trip. Trinidad is nice. Trinidad is a paradise. But I hear my brother talking about the revolution day, fighting on the way. They don't know their worth, like they haven't a sense of value. They don't know their rights, even that they cannot argue. 750,000 people cannot get up and do something about this struggle, but could plan for the next holiday to pet their lives away, and forgetting that they own the soil of which their foreparents toil. For the people who form the constitution laws, for the oppressors and foreign investors, Trinidad is nice. Trinidad is a Texaco and Shell, business did went swell. On the oil, them foreign parasites dwell. Trinidad is nice. Trinidad is a Yet this song I sing, like if I hear somebody singing, God save the King. Trinidad is nice. Trinidad is a paradise. For the people getting ready for the revolution day, changes on the way. Thank you very much. I love you. Stay up.
If you pick up a 1992 Calypso album from Brother Valentino, you'll be absolutely surprised. You see, I was reading an interview with Valentino, and he said this year he would not be left out of the Action Party Calypso. He said, Stalin, isn't it? So this year he's not going to be left behind. So Valentino singing Party Calypso Soca this year. Boy, what else is new? Well, Chalk just tried a few years ago with something called Ash Wednesday Jail. Since then, well, he didn't come back with something in the party. Maybe he got sidetracked. But Brother Valentino would not be left out. Our next performer on CultureShare is going to be singing in Spanish. You ever heard rap, dub, house, in Spanish? Well, this next performing artist, who goes by the name of Rude Girl, is doing something in Spanish called Si el Hombre. Have a look.
Vengo a informarle a todos los hombres que no vamos a jugar, porque este año tienen que pagar. La atrevida sí les va a cantar. Óigame, si el hombre quiere pedazo, dile que pague por el. Hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague. Si el hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague por el. Hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague. Si el hombre quiere, mira, tiene que pagar, que hay muchas cosas que tú tienes que comprar, y a tus hijos tú tienes que cuidar, para la escuela tú tienes que mandar. Ay, sin plata no hay nada, papi, sin plata no hay amor, hey, hey, sin plata no hay casa, ropa, ni nada que comer. Así si el hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague por el. Hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague. Si el hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague por el. Hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague. Yo andaba con un chico, se llamaba Tony. Lo único que quería era tocarme a mí. Le compraba todo a ella y nada para mí. Arroz frito, chicken wing y también lompa a mí. Compra vestidos finos y también panty. La volaba para América y también a París. Y yo me quedaba con tremenda cicatriz. Sin plata no hay nada, papi. Sin plata no hay amor, hey, hey. Sin plata no hay casa, ropa, ni nada que comer. Así si el hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague por el. Hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague. Si el hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague por el. Hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague. Los panameños siempre pagan por él. Puertorriqueños ellos pagan por él. Y jamaiquinos ellos quieren pagar. Dicen que ellos van a recobrar. Sin plata no hay nada, papi. Sin plata no hay amor, hey, hey. Sin plata no hay casa, ropa, ni nada que comer. Así si el hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague por el. Hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague. Si el hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague por el. Hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague. Ay, hombre soy que no te quieren pagar. Dicen que no le alcanza pa' vacilar, pero allá afuera ellos van a jugar. Y tú te quedas di que pa' cocinar. Así que sin plata no hay nada, papi. Sin plata no hay amor, hey, hey. Sin plata no hay casa, ropa, ni nada que comer. Así si el hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague por el. Hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague. Si el hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague por el. Hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague. Yo digo que el hombre ese es sinvergüenza, el que sale en la calle a menear nomás, el que tiene 3 y 4 señoritas, después regresa a la casa a pegar enfermedad. Así que sin plata no hay nada, papi. Sin plata no hay amor, hey, hey. Sin plata no hay casa, ropa, ni nada que comer. Así si el hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague por el. Hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague. Si el hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague por el. Hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague. Si lo quiere, que pague. Si no lo quiere, también que pague. Si el hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague por el. Hombre quiere el pedazo, dile que pague.
The Rude Girl doing Si el Hombre on CultureShare. She's also one of the nominees at the Caribbean Music Award in the Best New Artist Female category. And CultureShare wishes her all the best for that night. We'll be right back with much more action after we take care of some business. Ooh. Gentle boy, you really woke me on that one. Up to now, I'm still tired. Boy, I tell you, this is the kind of electricity we have here at CultureShare on the set. Anyway, recently there was a big art exhibition in Manhattan at the Castillo Cultural Center, which featured the works of many Caribbean artists. One of the artists comes from Dominica. As a matter of fact, he is the first Dominican ever to open an art gallery in his home country. I took the opportunity at the art exhibition to have a chat with him. His name is Glenford John, and I first asked him to give us an overview of his paintings that he had on display.
I would like to talk about the one which won the first prize at the Fulton Art Fair last year, which is, I call it Squatters. And it's a typical scene of, it's on the brochure, and it's a typical scene of the village in a country area where that's the lifestyle. That's where we used to live. You have the yard, the kitchen, the house, you know, and all these things, you know, and it appealed to me a lot. I remember those times, you know. It's like remembering what I used to do and where I used to live and everything, and it brings joy to me, you know. Also a piece Delicious, you know, where I use my colors very boldly, the brush stroke bold, you know. I really apply that paint fit, you know, and it's like it coming right at you, popping up, you know, and it come alive. I did this, you know, because I really wanted it to come alive, you know, to really show that roughness of the rugged mountain and all that. Also, I want to talk about that market scene. Well, I'm pretty well known for that, you know, because the people, when you see they come on Saturdays to the market area, the women and all that, and the way they would bend down and sell and people would buy. I mean, this is so beautiful to look at. Their posture appealed to me a lot, you know, and so I love to paint about them. I'm well known for painting them, you know, and
those are all based in Dominica.
Based in Dominica, yeah.
Right, great.
The thing is that, you know, I don't know. I came here, you know, I thought I would probably maybe stop painting about these sceneries, you know, and these beautiful things, but it's like the more I think about it, you know, I just kept on painting about it. I just couldn't understand that. But I guess it's in me, you know.
Yeah, you're right, because you mentioned about the rugged mountains of Dominica. And I mean, when you're flying into Dominica, before you land, the first vision of Dominica is that natural, rugged scenery you get.
That's right.
So I'm sure that's deeply embedded in you. That's why I guess you just couldn't get away from it.
That's right. Exactly. Because one of the particular one I'm really thinking of right now is the daily scene, which that same one. I can remember when I used to walk there as a little boy, you know, and the image stayed with me. I came here, and yet the image is with me, so I just decided to put it down, and it came out so beautifully. And there is another one also I wanted to mention, which I call it African Dream. And this one really I tried to put together the African scenery, which is basically in my imagination, and also the Caribbean scenery together. And I bring the waters, the trees, the big huge trees, and the landscape, you know, and they just blend into each other, you know, and you can get that feeling of African scenery and Caribbean scenery together.
You were the first man in Dominica to own an art gallery. I mean, that's a major achievement. There were a lot of artists before you, and they couldn't do it. Was it because maybe you came into some money inherited from your grandfather or somebody? Or
I'm afraid I'm not that fortunate. What really happened is that the artists in Dominica, we struggled a lot, you know, and it was very difficult for us because we wanted so bad. We want to paint. We tried our best to put images down, but then the material is always not there. I can remember at times when we used Colgate toothpaste, the white we use as our white, you know. We use flowers to create colors, and do all kind of things.
As I say, necessity is a mother of invention.
That's right. And so I thought there was, you know, why don't we have an art gallery or an art supply store where we could buy our materials and all these things, you know? And so one day I talked to my wife about it. We discussed it for some time. And there were some people, some friends from the United States who was living there at that time. And they helped me out to put things together, you know. And well, we got a loan from the bank, and then it didn't require that much anyway at that time. And then we put something together. We had supplies. We ordered supplies from the neighboring country, Guadeloupe, and then St. Thomas, and then even from the United States.
Dominican artist Glenford John on CultureShare. Our next artist, I have to relate something to you about. Now, this guy is from Grenada. Now, during the military action by the US in 1983, if you know the Grenadines area to the south of the capital, St. George, there's a particular spot we call the coffee shop. Now, anytime in the morning you pass there, the early morning that is, you would see this particular guy sweeping in front of the coffee shop. Now, this guy also has, this Calypsonian, he also has 8 fingers. 4 on this hand and 4 on the other hand. Now, this is my friend, so I can tell you that. And the thing about the Calypsonian, whose name is Scaramouche, is that one time Scaramouche was in the door of a particular Calypso tent in Grenada. And I walked up to Scaramouche and I said, "Excuse me, Scara, what is the price to go into the show?" And Scara said, "Oh, PYSADEE, $5. But what could I have said? But he corrected himself anyway, and he said, "Oh, sorry, $5. Anyhow, all right, Scara, I'll see you in August, don't worry. Here is Scaramouche now. He has been singing Calypso for a very long time. Here he is, backed up by some very nice people. On his right, as a matter of fact, is a very special young lady who represented Grenada at the Caribbean Queen Show in Barbados. That's Lexan Medford. She's standing next to his right and getting into the mood also. Here is Scaramouche with a medley of some of the old-time Calypso songs.
Mama don't want no peas, no coconut oil. Huh? Mama don't want no peas, no coconut oil. I wouldn't lie, I wouldn't lie. Mama don't want no peas, no coconut oil. All she want is Sandy Gandhi all the time. Mama don't want no peas, no coconut. I wouldn't lie, I wouldn't lie, I wouldn't lie. Mama don't want no peas, no coconut oil. You hear that? Mama don't want no peas, no coconut oil. All she want is Sandy Gandhi all the time. Now, island woman, making me forget the fool I am. Island woman, making me forget the fool I am. Mama don't want no peas, no coconut oil. I wouldn't lie, I wouldn't lie. Mama don't want no peas, no coconut. You hear that? You hear that? Mama don't want no peas, no coconut oil. All she wants is Sandy Gandhi all the time. Island woman, making me forget the fool I am. Island woman, making me forget the fool I am. Mama don't want no peas, no coconut. I wouldn't lie, I wouldn't lie, I wouldn't lie. Mama don't want no peas, no coconut. Mama don't want no peas, no coconut. All she wants is Sandy Gandhi all the time. Now, Mr. Postman, something wrong. Mr. Postman, no mail, something wrong. Mama don't want no peas, no coconut. I wouldn't lie, I wouldn't lie, I wouldn't lie. Mama don't want no peas, no coconut. Mama don't want no peas, no coconut. All she wants is Sandy Gandhi all the time. Come on, come on. Mama don't want no peas, no coconut. I wouldn't lie, I wouldn't lie, I wouldn't lie. Mama don't want no peas, no coconut. Mama don't want no peas, no coconut. All she wants is Sandy Gandhi all the time. Island woman, making me forget. Thank you very much. Island woman, making me forget. Thank you, people.
Scaramouche, you're not my friend again at all, at all. As a matter of fact, you better remember the fool that you really are. I don't like how you bend down by Lexan. I was preparing for that when I come down in August. Not my friend again at all. Yeah, that's a Scaramouche doing a lovely Calypso medley there. And on his right, as I told you before, Lex and Medford, who represented Grenada at the Caribbean contest in Barbados, Queen contest that is. And to her extreme right was a lovely mother, Yolanda Medford, all in Culture Share. It was great looking at you all. We'll be right back with much more action. But first of all, let's take these messages. We go back to St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the person of the temple, and he's going to tell us about the family of Pogate, Nettle, Zuti, or Mangini. Remember, get a little scratch on that thing, you're scratching all day. Kowich biting me. This is Temple at Till Then.
Ay, ay. Oh, yo, yo. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, yo, yo. Went in the mountain, picking some orange. Then suddenly she shouted to me, "Courage, you chin me, courage, you chin me, courage, you chin me." Well, I scratch me hand, scratch me waist, scratch me back. Oh no, boy, you scratching too slow. Scratch me hand and scratch me back. Scratch me waist and scratch me back. Scratching really back. Courage, you chin me, courage, you chin me, courage, you chin me, courage, you chin me. Ay, 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 oh, yo, yo, ay, 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 oh, yo, yo. Scratch it. Ay, oh. Shouting out, hola tempo come. The belly scratching, the head aching. Courage, you chin me, courage, you chin me, courage, you chin me. Hola, don't scratch me hand, scratch me with, scratch me tight. Oh no, for you, scratch too slow. And scratch me back, got me waist and scratch me back. Do this scratching really back. Chin go far. Courage, you chin me, 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 courage, you chin me. Oh yeah, yeah. Ay, ay, ay. Oh yo, yo. Scratch it. Crying out in pain, scratch me back, and me hand again. The more I scratch, the more she shout, courage, you chin me, courage, you chin me, courage, you chin me. Well, now so scratch me hand, scratch me waist, scratch me back. Oh no, for you scratching too slow. Scratch me back, scratch me waist. Scratching ready back. Then they say, agent go fast. Courage, you chin me, courage, you chin me, courage, you chin me, courage, you chin me, courage. Oh, yo, thank you. Oh, yo, yo, ay, ay, ay. Oh, yo, yo, ay, ay, ay. Oh, yo, yo.
The music of the temple, live at the Tilden Ballroom doing Kowich Biting Me on CultureShare. That's it this week on CultureShare. It was great once again to keep you company. And as we leave you, we'll leave you with a great amalgamation of Caribbean and Afro-American music. In the person of the group named Liberation Posse. In 1989, we caught them at one of the parks in New York. Now, the lead singer is the son of the father of the West Indian Federation, T. Albert Marichal. He is Smiko. And there's also Brazilian and some other members of the band from South America. The drummer is from Grenada. He is Robin Depredane. We leave you with Liberation Posse. And as we go, remember to tune in next week at the same time to view us right where you're doing that right now on CultureShare. Later.
Making. Who laugh last, laugh best. I say ain't no joker. I say no joker. Everybody walking wrong broker. I say no joker. The people tax to the yoker. Basic human rights is all we demand. You understand? I say no joker. Everybody walking wrong broker. Ain't no joker. The people tax to the yoker. Basic human rights is all that we need to succeed. Like a dog from sun up until sundown. You pray day by day. Hey, Good Friday come. Look around before you know it's Monday morning again. A coffee on the run, you grab the daily news, and it's back on the train, and there ain't no joker. Everybody walking around broke up. Ain't no joker. The people that to the yoke.